Hello everybody, welcome back to the Book Talk. I'm your host Juan Quispe, and in this video I'll be doing the concert book tag. I was tagged to do this video by Hillary from Melted Books, and this tag has to do with two things: books and concerts. But before I start talking about the video, I wanted to talk to you guys about my sponsor, and that is the BC Collezione company. Now, they make really cool designs like the one I'm wearing right now. This is the Venador brand, and they also make designs for the Bonne Chance brand. Their clothes are also super comfy, but don't just take my word for it. Here are other big Instagrammers who are also raving about BC Collezione designs and rocking their style.
Dieser macht mich einfach hübscher. Und das ist übrigens der Pulli, den ich vorhin ausgepackt habe. I like.
This was a no-brainer. I needed something that's both comfy and that looks, pretty cool. So if you guys like what you see here, they have a lot more designs. I'm going to leave a link to their Instagram account in the description down below so you guys can see why I'm like raving so much about this company. But without further ado, let's get on with the video. All right, so let's get started with the questions. And question number one is, I have it in my phone this time. Tickets. The most recent book you either bought or checked out from the library. Guys, it's coronavirus season, which means the libraries are closed, so I could not get anything from the library. But I bought the two recent books that I got from Amazon. And there were two audiobooks. The first one being Kevin Hart's biography. It's called I Can't Make This Up. And I got the audiobook because you really need to hear his voice. It's full of jokes, and it's he also tells you how he made it big in Hollywood. I talk nonstop about this. I made a review about it, and the link is going to be in the description down below, so you guys should definitely check that out. And the other book that I got is from Ken McElroy, and I was surprised that he made a novel about business. And so I went and I heard the entire thing, and guys, wow, I was surprised. I don't normally find these treasures like that. And again, I also made a review about that. You can check that down in the description down below. Question number two is the crowd. A bookish community that you love. Can be real life or on the internet, I guess. That's easy. And the bookish community that I love in real life is called Enjoy Hanover. And this is a group in the Leibniz Universität here in Hanover in Germany. They meet at least once a month, and then they talk about all about entrepreneurship, about books. And in fact, I also did a speech in one of their events, and man, it's nice to actually meet in real life, like people that love reading about books. So yeah, that's my favorite place, and BookTube, of course. All right, so question number three is sing along. A book that you quote every time you get the chance. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I quote that book often. I want to say always, but I say often. And the one quote that I like, I guess, is from Rich Dad himself, and he says something like, "Don't say you can't afford it. Say, how can I afford it?" Because that little line right there is revolutionary, guys. Like if you just stop saying, if you say I can't afford that, I can't do that because I can't afford that, I can't do this other thing because I don't have the money for it, then your mind shuts down, right? Then you don't think anymore. But then you ask yourself, okay, how can I afford that? How can I make that happen? Then you're forced to think, okay, I gotta find a way to make this work. Basic. Question number four. Sold Out. A book that you're really looking forward to read, but just haven't read just yet. Okay, this one is non-business related, and it's the third book from Game of Thrones. Everyone's been talking about Game of Thrones, guys. The series is done. I know, I get it. I'm late in joining this train. But I've read the first and second. I just started the third. I'm like, just a couple of chapters that I read in the third book. And it's good. It's really, really good. And it's addicting to read this thing. But because of my schedule, I don't have that much time to read for pleasure, but rather to read for knowledge, so that I could do better at my business. Number five, The Band. A book or book series you love that you wish everyone would read so you could fangirl about it. Okay. I would say I would rave about it, but not fangirl. And this is also not business related, but this is the Aragon series, the Inheritance, written by Christopher Paolini. That is the first fantasy book that I ever read in my life, and I read it when I was 21. I read all the series, guys. It's not that many books. It's actually 1, 2, 3, 4 books. Actually, they came up with a recent book not too long ago, but I wish they had more, and I wish this series got more attention because it's magic, it's dragons, yes, and it's fantasy. That's what it is. Next question is Encore. A book that you wish had a sequel, or a book series that you wish had just one more book. I basically answered this question already. Aragon. Please, Christopher Paolini, we need more Aragon books. I want to know more. Number 7. Opening act. A book that you weren't expecting to love as much as you did. Orchid Canyon. Like I said, I did a review about that. It's because, guys, you don't, in the business world, in the personal finance world, it's all very technical, you know? It's do this and you get this. I want to give a quote real quick from Steve Jobs, and he said, you know, people don't listen to you when you give them a lecture. They listen to you when you tell them a story. And that's what Ken McElroy did here. He tells you basically how you can be from where you are right now and how you can accomplish your financial goals. Quote, financial goals. I'm not talking about your life and you're going to be happy for the rest of your life. I'm just talking strictly from the financial point of view. And he tells it in a story form how this guy did and so on. So yeah, I was really surprised. Number 8, merch table. One piece of Bookish merch that you either own or want to own. I don't have many Bookish items. I'm not sure if this counts, I guess. I have a $2 bill that I use as a bookmark when I read my books. And why? I don't know. I feel like this $2 bill brings me luck. And I don't know. It's just me, superstition, but actually every book that I read and I use this bookmark, like I get so much money. I mean, not money. I get so much value that now I'm in a better position to make more money than before. So yeah, that's my Bookish item, I guess. A $2 bill as a bookmark. And question number 9 is concert friend. A book that you bonded with someone over. Okay, I'll choose a child book. When I was a little kid, my dad used to read to me in Spanish. This book right here is called El Coche Abandonado, and in English that means The Abandoned Car. And there's a famous quote in this children's book that is, come on guys, we can do it. It has a different tone in Spanish. But the story is these are animals, a bear, a duck, and a bunny, I believe. They go walking in the forest, and then they find this car that's abandoned, and they decide, hey, let's fix it up. And it's taking forever just to fix a car, and then they want to give up, but then the bear is like, come on guys, we're almost done, right? We can do it. And the whole I guess the message was, don't give up. No matter how long something takes, just keep going, and then you'll get there. Anyway, that and I bonded with my dad over this children's book. Oh, there was one more question. That is tour announcement. A book that you cannot wait to be released. Well, anything Robert Kiyosaki, I guess. He's my favorite author about personal finance. And he's the closest to when it comes to storytelling that I could find. So it's not just I'm learning, but it's also told in a story way, you know? On the next video, I will be doing reviews. So definitely keep look out for those. On the screen right there, you can already see the previous reviews that I've done. Those are like more into detail, what you guys can do to increase your business. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.